Welcome everyone, welcome to RJ Boxing. Today we're going to be doing a video on post-fight reaction of Usyk vs Fury.
What an unbelievable fight this was, man. Fury versus Usyk, the fight all of us boxing fans have wanted to see for ages. We finally got round to seeing it, and boy did they both deliver. Usyk was the man that came out at the top, and he deserves all his flowers, all the respect. He'll go down as an all-time great fighter now, but Fury made it a war. He made it a highly skillful contest in his own right too. And yeah, we're just going to jump in and break the fight down today because there is a hell of a lot to talk about, as we expected, with two great heavyweights like this going up against each other. But of course, Usyk we'll start with because he was the man that came out on top, and he is now the heavyweight king.
Spot on with that prediction. Why do you think Usyk got the win? Why do you think it was so good in the fight?
Well, yeah, as I said, going into it, I've always really rated Fury, but I just rated Usyk even more at this stage of their careers. I thought Usyk wanted it more. I thought he had better head and foot movement. I thought he had higher work rate. I thought he was more skillful. And I thought, as you see if you watch the prediction video, that he was as tough as Tyson Fury. Not as big, not as strong, but as tough, so that he could actually push him back and make Fury work at a pace he didn't want to. So yeah, I just thought everything going into this fight and their mindsets going into it, I thought Usyk wanted it more, way more at this stage of their careers. I didn't actually think that Fury wanted the fight with Usyk. He was kind of forced into it because of the money on the table, and it was the fight the fans wanted to see. So yeah, I just thought everything was pointing towards Usyk, man. But I know a lot of people were picking Tyson Fury to win it, and I can understand why. Rav, you was one of the people, like many others though, that were confident Fury was going to pull it out the bag. What surprised you with this fight? What if Usyk's performance, and what do you think surprised Fury?
So I'd say what surprised me about Usyk's performance is he went out straight away, went straight for Fury. He went to his body, which I didn't expect him to go to the body. So he surprised Fury. He shocked Fury a bit, and Fury was a bit hesitant at the start. And also his movement and his pressure, putting more pressure on Fury, was unbelievable. Normally you don't put that much pressure on, but he's proper going for him. And Fury didn't really know what to do. Fury was attacking him, but Usyk just come out of nowhere and just pulled it back. His work rate was a lot higher. And obviously he was thrown to the body a lot, which really shocked me. And obviously his footwork's good anyway, but he was just coming with some powerful shots.
Oh yeah, what do you think? What do you think about the power of Usyk? Do you think that surprised Fury?
Yeah, the power did, definitely, because normally he's not really known for a power puncher, really. He's more footwork, moving off and that, angling off, using his feet to win fights. But this fight, he actually used his power. I was really shocked. It must be his strength and conditioning. I don't know what he's done, but he's done something special for this fight. He must have trained hard, but I was shocked. But I really thought Fury had in the bag, but he shocked everyone, not just me. So can you talk us through what Usyk done to win this fight, which you think he utilised in this fight?
Yeah, well, he did everything really well that I expected him to. As I said earlier in the video, work rate, movement. But the thing that shocked me, even though I said Usyk would push Fury back in the later rounds, we saw right from round one, he was on Fury, pushing Fury back, digging that left hand to the body. Everybody said Fury needs to go to Usyk's body, which he did later in the sort of mid rounds. But in that first round there, and rounds 1, 2, and 3, which I gave all to Usyk, Usyk was straight on him with that pressure. A little bit of Mike Tyson to his style as he was in there, just pushing Fury back. It surprised me that Fury let him push him back so much, but maybe Usyk is stronger than we all think and has grown into quite a forceful heavyweight coming forward. So if it shocked me and Rav watching it, it's obviously shocked Tyson Fury in those first few rounds too. I'll give Fury his credit though. In rounds 4, 5, and 6, he looked like vintage Tyson Fury. It looked back to Tyson Fury being at his best. And a lot of people at this stage were really confident that Tyson Fury was going to go on to win this fight. But as we say in boxing all the times, in great fights like this, between the very best, don't write any man off at any time. It can always turn around. And I think whatever Usyk's coach said to him at the end of round 6, or maybe it was just Usyk thinking it himself, thinking, fuck, I'm falling behind here, I'm letting Fury get on top. He flipped it around, and round 7 all the way through to 12, I gave Usyk every round. He put the pressure on Tyson Fury even more. He refused to stay hurt every time Tyson Fury did catch him. And that was the difference here. Everyone thought that Tyson Fury was the man with the power in here. Look what happened in round 9. It actually started first, though, at the end of round 8. Tyson Fury's face was all busted at the end of that round. I think it was either a right hook or a left hand over the top. It was part of that combination anyway that busted Fury's nose. And I think there he thought, fuck, this guy can actually hurt me. And in round 9, he found out for sure that he could be hurt. And I think now this is the perfect time to stop and talk about what happened in round 9. So yeah, round 9, it was fucking crazy, man. Nobody was expecting this at all. Fury was all over the place. He was wobbling all around the ring. We saw Usyk stunned him with shots that he'd been throwing all night, but obviously they start to take an effect more and more. Maybe this one caught Tyson Fury when he wasn't looking, he wasn't ready, but whatever happened, the man was wobbled and out on his feet. And the difference here, when Tyson Fury's been hurt before, he goes down. It gives him a bit of time to recover. He's straight back up. He's fresh. He's back to his moving. Here he was hurt and he stayed hurt. Usyk did not let him off. He was throwing shot after shot, loads of hooks over the top. And Fury was doing the jelly leg thing, the Amir Khan hurt thing, which is the most dangerous way to be hurt because you can just not get your senses back. And you saw when he was all over the place, his face, he looked scared. He's never looked scared in the ring before, Tyson Fury. He was here, which shows you the amount of trouble Usyk had him in. There was a lot of complaints about the ref here because a lot of people believe this at this point the fight could have been stopped. I'm thinking about 80% of boxing fans think that Usyk should have got the win in round 9. We'll go on to talk about that in a minute. What actually happened, for those that don't know, because I know a lot of people are confused, is Fury was obviously, we saw him wobbling all around the ring, falling into the ropes and stuff. And at the minute when the ref jumped in, I know a lot of people thought that it was stopped. And what he actually did was give him a standing count as if he'd gone down because he believed that the ropes were keeping Tyson Fury up. This is a rule that you're allowed to do. It's not corruption or anything like that. But people are questioning it because it doesn't happen that often. And Fury had actually been kept up by the ropes on a couple of occasions in the 30 seconds before this. So people are thinking that maybe the refs jumped in here to sort of stop Usyk throwing that last blow that probably would have knocked Tyson Fury out with the state he was in. I'm kind of 50-50 with this. I believe fighters should be given every chance to carry on. And Tyson Fury's a tough man. He did recover well and look a bit better in the next few rounds. But then if it was any other fighter in that moment or the roles had been reversed and Usyk was that hurt, then I believe the ref would have jumped in. I think it was a bit of a saving Tyson Fury, trying to keep him in the fight job here. Rav, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think it should have been stopped or was the ref right here?
No, I think the ref was right. I don't think it should have been a stop because they put on a show and we all wanted to see this show and it was one of the biggest fights ever. So I'm glad the ref didn't stop it. But then on Usyk's fan side, it should have been stopped. But it's my opinion, I think it shouldn't have got stopped for the fans' viewership of the fight. So
yeah, it's one of them things. Yeah, there's no wrong or right answer because it's subjective, in it, boxing. It can happen in many different ways. It's not strict to the rules of what you have to do. So what the ref did wasn't illegal. It just depends what way you look at it. But the fact of the matter is it went to 12 rounds and the right man still got the win, Oleksandr Usyk anyway.
End of the day, it's down to the judge of what they want to think what's going to happen with the ref. Obviously, he thought Tyson Fury was all right to continue, so he let it continue. If they're still right to continue, then they should let him continue. If he thought that he was in danger, he would have stopped it. He obviously thought Tyson was all right to continue, so it continued. So that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, Fury showed great heart again, coming back from being hurt like that, man. You have to give the man credit. He's a fighting man. Him and his family say it all the time. It is true. He's got bags of heart. But in those last 6 rounds, Usyk went from like 3rd gear straight into 6th gear and stayed in it the whole time. Tyson Fury just could not go with him. He couldn't go through the gears like that. Rav, do you think this is to do with his age or is it a lack of strength and conditioning and stuff like that? Because we know he's never been advocate for strength and conditioning. He's more of an old school type of trainer, isn't he, Fury?
I don't reckon his age is because he's 2 years younger. And obviously I reckon it's strength and conditioning because I've seen videos of his strength and conditioning. And what he is with strength and conditioning, his form's not the best. So obviously he's not getting the reps and sets out there and utilising power. He's arching his back and he is using a straight bar rather than a trap bar. And the trap bar is more athletic, you generate more power. So obviously he's got more fatigue because he's not doing the reps and sets. So obviously that's the whole point of strength and conditioning, to get condition, to get you through the later on in rounds. And Tyson, strength and conditioning and all that. I don't like to slag Tyson Fury off, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's just talking facts.
Yeah.
And Usyk, we see him doing strength and conditioning all the time. And that's probably, it's got to be why he can go through the 12 rounds at that fast pace, isn't it?
Yeah. Jack, what do you think about decision? Do you think it was right to give a split decision, or do you think it should have been a unanimous decision to Usyk?
I think it definitely should have been a unanimous decision. I don't know how anyone in their right mind could have Tyson Fury winning that. He did well, he fought well, and I could see maybe Usyk by a couple of rounds. But for me, I only gave Fury 3 rounds of the fight, which means I had it 9-3 on rounds plus a knockdown. So I had Usyk winning by 7 points on my scorecard, 7 rounds up. So how that one judge, I can't even remember his name, but he should be looked at and reported on, because how he had Tyson Fury winning that fight, I do not know. I'd say 99% of people believe Usyk won that fight. We can all give a clap to Tyson Fury. He fought well, he showed heart, but he got beat by the better man on the night. So yeah, definitely should have been a unanimous decision. We have to finish off by giving respect, giving a clap, and giving a massive well done to Oleksandr Usyk here, man, because he is the best fighter in the world today, pound for pound. He is the undisputed heavyweight king. And in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, he's got a case now for being the top 10, one of the top 10 fighters of all time. Talking about like the likes of Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. Usyk is right up there with those guys, because he's become undisputed champion at his natural weight of cruiserweight and beat everyone in their own countries, going on the road to do it. He then gone to heavyweight and beaten the 2 best heavyweights of this generation, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, and he's absolutely battered both of them when he's 6 inches shorter than Fury, 3 inches shorter than Joshua, weighed like 30-40 pounds lighter than both of them. Shouldn't have beat him. Some people were saying he shouldn't even be in the ring with him, and he's got in there and absolutely battered him because he's so skillful compared to them. So he's one of my favourite fighters in the world today, and I'm sure that's the same for you, Rav, too.
Definitely, yeah.
Is there anything else you want to finish by saying to Usyk, or
saying
about his performance?
Usyk's performance was unbelievable. He shocked me, and he shocked a lot of other people, because his fight approach was next level. He used a different fight approach. He went to the body and he utilised powerful shots, which he don't normally do. So he changed his game plan. He had a different game plan from what everyone thought he was going to do. People thought he was going to hit a move and use his footwork and score points and not really go for a knockout, because it was really it was nearly a knockout, wasn't it? If the ref didn't stop it, he would have went in and knocked him out, mate.
Yeah, it was an all-time great performance, an all-time great fight. Yeah, and the man that comes out on top is Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah, but I want to say big up to both of them. Both got my uttermost respect. Both fought very well. Tyson done himself proud. He lost, but he didn't lose by much. He done very well, so he shouldn't be kicking himself about this fight.
What do you think Tyson Fury should do next now? Because he's got the Usyk rematch if he wants it, but him and his team are kind of hinting that they might go and fight Joshua instead now.
Nah, I think he should have the rematch with Usyk, but put a lot more effort into it, give it 100%, and I think he should come in heavier for this fight. I don't know why he coming lighter, because Joshua coming lighter as well, and they both lost, so coming in heavier be an advantage for the next one.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm kind of the other way round with this one. I think that obviously the fighting man in him, and I can understand it, will probably want that Usyk fight next to try and prove people wrong, but I think Usyk stops him in the rematch. I think once you've got a guy hurt how he was in round 9, Usyk knows he can do that to him now. He'll pounce on him earlier, he'll put the pressure on him earlier, and I think he could stop Fury in about 8 rounds in the rematch. I think the best fight maybe for Fury next, Usyk could really just retire now and say, I'm the king, I've beat everyone, I've done everything, but probably the fighting man in him will want to go and prove that he can do it to Fury again, and he's a man of his word. But I think Fury versus Joshua is a fight boxing fans, not just British boxing fans all around the world should see before they both retire, because that will be massive in itself.